Hello, welcome to Hillary's Whiskey Lounge. I'm Hillary and this is my whiskey lounge. Today we are going to be trying out some Nc'Nean. This one is a special of their series. This one is called Lemon Meadow from their Huntress series. I'll go into more depth at the end of the video about the Nc'Nean distillery. As you can see, I'm a little obsessed with Nc'Nean. This video in no way is promoted by them or reimbursed by them or anything. So I'm just obsessed with them. I love them. And I love the whiskey. So that's the main thing. All right. So let's get going with this. This is 48.5%. ABV. Let you take a look at the label a little bit. So this is an annual release, their Huntress series, as far as I know, as far as I can tell. Oh, and this bottle, this beautiful blue bottle. Oh, I should have brought a flashlight so you could see through it. Okay. All right. So let's pour a little of this out. Nice little dram. And while we're at it, I have some Nc'Nean cask strength, which is bottled at 59% ABV. So I thought I would do a little side-by-side tasting of the cask strength and their regular strength. Their 40, what was this one again? 48.5. So here's the cask strength. I will be adding some water to this, but we'll taste it first. Okay. All right. So Lemon Meadow. Where's my cap? Lemon Meadow. I can't wait to tell you more about this distillery. Okay. I did go online and research this particular bottling. It's at least 6 years old. It was bottled in, or was distilled, the youngest part of it was distilled in 2019. And remember that if you have a single malt that's made from the same distillery, but in different batches, and then it's all put together and vatted, the distillery can only state whatever is the youngest part of the whiskey. So this could have some older whiskey in it, but they're only allowed to state the youngest, which is their 2019. By the way, this distillery was founded in 2013 by Annabelle Thomas, and they started actually producing producing in 2017. They produced a, I'll show you later, a spirit, and then started casking. And so I think it was 2013, 2017, and then a few years after that, so I guess that would be 2000, when their first whiskeys started coming out. Remember that whiskey needs to be 3 years old in the cask. Okay, so let's have a first. Ooh, that smells good. Oh, that smells so refreshing. Perfect for a summer morning. What's the time? Oh, it's 11:30, so this is fine. It's what? 8:30, 7:30 in Scotland. So hey, slunge. Okay, this is very refreshing. It's very floral, very light. I know I say this all the time, but I'm smelling honey, citrus, like a light candy aroma. Wow, this is going to be good. Again, this is Nc'Nean's Lemon Meadow. They do have a regular non-special series expression, but I just happened to, I picked this one up on my trip to Scotland, so I bought this there. It's not available in the US yet, as far as I know, but I did pick this up in Scotland. All right, let's give our first taste. First of all, the arrival, when it first hits the tongue, very mellow, not hot, not burning, just strong enough, at 48.5, just strong enough. The development on the tongue, it tastes buttery, it tastes like I'm eating a biscuit, like a Scottish shortbread or something like that. It's nice and juicy and buttery and flavorful, but very, very light. Not very, very heavy. I did look at the back of the carton this came in. This has been matured in ex-red wine casks and ex-bourbon casks, and a tiny bit of Oloroso sherry to give it a little bit of sweetness. But it's to me, I feel like it's very just the ex-red wine and bourbon cask, very forward. Let you take a look at this. It's really light in color. Yeah, I'm drinking out of an Aaron glass. I tasted Aaron with you before. Nc'Nean, if you're watching, you guys need to make your own little glasses, and I will explain to all you guys why Nc'Nean needs to do that. Okay, so I can stop drinking everything out of these little Aaron glasses, right? Okay, and then the finish on this, just nice and smooth. Let's have another sip. Again, juicy, buttery, shortbread, biscuit, cookie. This is really delightful. I wish I could give you more flavors. My tasting experience isn't as developed. I can't think of all the myriad flavors that other tasters, other whiskey enthusiasts come up with. They might list 10 or 20 flavors or aromas that come to them. My tasting experience is not very exercised yet. I'm learning as I go. So for me to come up with just a few things where this is exactly where you're going to be when you taste a whiskey, don't worry at the beginning about coming up with a whole list of flavors that come to you. Remember that whiskey is just made out of water, barley, and yeast. And it depends on the kind of casks and the situation, the locale where the whiskey is matured, that influences the flavor. So don't worry if you can't think of, oh, this tastes like, caramel that's come from the southern part of France. Don't worry about that. I'm just tasting the things that come to me. Maybe I'm influenced by the name of this whiskey, that it's called Lemon Meadow, that I'm getting this sort of citrusy notes and buttery notes. Yellow comes to mind. So that's where I am with my ability to distinguish the kinds of flavors and aromas that come to me. I'm just a beginner too, so it'll come in time that we can start naming all of these other extravagant flavors and modes and moods of the whiskey. Is it grassy? Is it tarry? Is it plasticky? Is it light? Is it lemony? So next time I'm going to show you Charles McLean's tasting wheel, and also Phil, if you're watching, I'm going to, if I can have your permission to show a graphic of your amazing chart that you did. He's First Fill Whiskey. Then I'll show you all the, like I said, the myriad flavors and aromas that people come up with. All right, this is so good. I'm going to drink this whole thing. You know what? I didn't add any water to this. I'm kind of loath to do that, but as I have been telling you, that if you add a little tiny water, you can open up more flavors. So let's see what comes from this. If I put a tiny bit of water in there, swirl it around, let's let that sit there. And while that's sitting, let's taste the cask strength. This is just their, quote, ordinary cask strength. It's not from one of their special series or anything. And this one is, what did I say before? 59. I should just put my glasses on. Yeah, this is 59 ABV. So it's kind of strong. I'm sure it'll be a little more expressive on the tongue and the arrival and the development. You know, I'm not getting as much aroma as I did from this lemon Meadow. Maybe because it's so dense because of the ABV. I'm getting more of a grassy note, grassy, leafy, green comes to mind. Ooh, okay, I'm getting that 59%. That it doesn't burn, but I can tell that it's very, very strong. The flavors are, let me see. I'm getting more of a thick bread. I can almost taste the yeast on this. It's a really nice flavor. If you've ever had, you know, hot fresh bread, that's what this reminds me of a lot. It definitely is not that light lemony floral of the lemon Meadow that we just tasted. I'm going to add a little water to this and see what happens as well. Okay, tiny bit of water. Isn't this pretty? I love this little water pitcher that I got at the thrift store. Gorgeous little thing. Remember that when you buy water pitchers, try to get the ones with kind of a sharper little lip. It makes it a lot easier to really control how much water you're putting into your whiskey. All right, let's go back to the lemon Meadow that I put some water in a little while ago, and this is actually developing a little bit of Scotch mist. This is definitely non-chill filtered and no color added, so I don't know if you can see it, but I know it's definitely there, and I can even see that without my glasses on. All right, let's see what this is. A little bit of water has done. Really opened it up. I'm getting so much more of that citrus scent, lemony scent. Again, I might be influenced because this is called Lemon Meadow, but they may have called it Lemon Meadow for a reason. Really, very citrusy, very lemony. Wow, it almost tastes like I'm drinking lemonade. It's really light and refreshing, very. Now, I know that I've told you before, we're not doing ice, but if you are somebody who enjoys ice in their whiskey, this might be one to do that, so you can kind of feel like you are drinking a cool lemonade. And remember that there are those little whiskey rocks and marbles out there that you just chill, and you can plop them in your glass, and they don't dilute the whiskey, as opposed to when you add ice to whiskey, it actually dilutes it. So those little, I don't know what they're called, marbles or cubes or something, they're sort of made out of stone or metal. Wow, this is really nice. This is very nice. I can't wait to read to you some of the things about this whiskey that they've put on their carton. That's so nice. Okay. I need to get a sip of water. Okay, let's go and taste the cask strength now that we've added some water to it. Yeah, and definitely legs are there. First of all, I smell a little bit more aroma. Again, that kind of grassy, bready, almost plasticky smell, which is a good thing sometimes, especially when you're dealing with cask strength. Okay, that water really got rid of that very strong alcohol feeling in the mouth. It's juicy, it's oily, and that comes because of the non-chill filtering, just regular filtering. This is very enjoyable, this cask strength. It's really good. However, I think that I'm enjoying this lemon Meadow a little bit more, believe it or not. I might just have to finish this dram. That's really incredible. Now, I definitely recommend going to Scotland yourself and and buying a bottle of this. No, if you go to their website, and I'll explain to you all about this distillery, they have a great resource for you about how to shop, and even where in the U.S. you can buy their product. I've had to send away to Delia's whiskey in Germany for most of my Nc'Nean bottles. However, I did find one at my my local Los Angeles Mission Wines. So let me read to you a little bit about this. So first of all, I want to talk about this distillery. It was founded in 2013 by Annabelle Thomas, who left her job in England. She had this dream of developing a distillery that actually was progressive and forward-thinking, and good for the environment. So there's some really cool environmental stuff here, but let me read to you some of the information about Lemon Meadow. Let's see. Matured in our house style casks, the result is a creamy and delicious, slightly floral whiskey with flavors of lemon sorbet, fresh chamomile, and butter shortbread. So yay. And then this is cool. Okay, so our nickname our name derives from nik-nee-an, and that's spelled Neachneohain. So that's why they've shortened it to this pronunciation and spelling of Nc'Nean. And who was Nc'Nean? The queen of spirits in ancient Gaelic legend, the goddess of the hills, the rivers, and the moon. And so a huntress in her own right. That's one of the reasons why I'm obsessed with this brand. I just love the idea that they've named themselves after this Gaelic goddess of nature and a protector of nature. Okay, so a couple things about Nc'Nean. Yes, all of their stuff is non-chill filtered, no color added. They are a certified B Corporation, and you can go online, look that up. It's from this Euro company called B Labs, and what they do is certify companies, and I think this is worldwide that they do this. They certify companies who have well, what the certification means is that they are forward-thinking, they're progressive, they have the best interests of their own company, their employees, their business, their consumers, and the planet. There are these 5 pillars of what it means to be B certified, or B certified corp. This is really cool. I didn't know anything about this till I looked this up today. And this is an international thing, although I think B Labs is based in Europe. So that's very cool. Everything that they make is, for instance, this bottle, this is 100% recycled glass, as close to 100% as possible. They use all self-sustainable energy to do their productions, which is wild. And I think it's the first distillery in Scotland that can say that. I might be wrong on 1 or 2 of these little points. And also, where is it? Net zero carbon emissions. for scopes 1 and 2. And I had to look that up too, but that's also something about energy usage, about internal energy usage and external energy usage. So they're putting that on their bottle. They're very proud of this, about the 0 carbon emissions for scopes 1 and 2, and the fact that they're so self-sustaining and environmentally forward, I think is very, very cool, which then goes back to the naming of this company after the goddess Nc'Nean, who protects the earth and nature. So very, very cool there. So as you can see, I've got a few of their, this is not all the bottles I have. I have probably a dozen of these Nc'Nean bottles. Let me show you this up close. This is a gorgeous bottle. So it's not the kind of label that you can peel off. This is done by some kind of stamp painting, but it's just the most beautiful bottle of scotch I've ever seen. And again, it's great that this is recyclable glass. And what I'm going to do with all of these, I bought a glass cutter, kind of that sort of spindle type where you put a bottle on it and it cuts around, and you have to sort of dip it in hot water and dip it in cold water. I don't know. I haven't done it yet. That was supposed to be one of my summer projects, but I'm going to be recycling the recycled bottle, and I'm going to be turning them into cups or glasses or something, and I'm going to gift them to my friends. Something else I was thinking of doing is actually turning them into planters. Well, the kind of planter that you have to put lots of rocks in. I don't know how I can figure out how to punch a hole. Coach K, maybe you can help me figure that out, and how to turn this into a planter that can actually release water. Hi, Coach K. Anyway, I'm going to be recycling these bottles as well. Oh, I want to read you something else that was really funny on this Lemon Meadows. No real lemons were harmed in the making of this whiskey. Says it right there, which is funny because, you know, when you taste this and smell it, you really do get that lemon aroma. Now, before they could release any actual whiskeys that were matured in casks, they released this. And this is something that a lot of distillers do, is before they can actually go through that 3-year minimum of maturing in a cask, a lot of distillers actually release their own kind of what they call a spirit. This is a botanical spirit. All organic, by the way, too. I don't know if I mentioned that. Our innovative spirit, perfect for gin lovers. So I have to admit, I haven't tried this yet, but I love gin and tonics. And since it's still technically summer, maybe I can squeeze a gin and tonic in there with some lime. 100% organic spirit distilled with our unique combination of classic gin botanicals and local Scottish plants to create a rich and floral spirit. Our botanicals include wild bog myrtle. Bog myrtle? Is that like bog bodies? Grapefruit, juniper, and thyme. Like gin, it's best served with tonic and a dash of bitters over plenty of ice. So I can't wait to do a gin and tonic with this. Maybe I'll make a quick little short video for that. So, and again, this is a gorgeous bottle, but this one, I don't know if I could cut. Oh, and also from Delia's Whiskey in Germany, I managed to get a hold of this, this water bottle. It's supposed to be a hot toddy carrying bottle, but I think that if I tried to put any hot water in this and then close the lid, it would explode. So I'm just going to be using it as a water bottle, and still with that gorgeous, gorgeous stamp painting on there. Okay, I have one bottle that is this bright blue, and like I said, I should have brought a let me see if I turn this. If I turn my camera, can you see this beautiful blue of this bottle? Yes, I think you can. Okay, let's come back. All right. And, whoops, I don't know what that was. And then also when I was in, also when I was in Scotland, I managed to pick up some minis. I think I got these on the Isle of Skye. These little minis, they're so cute. Yes, so cute. I don't think I'm gonna drink them. They're that cute. And let's see, single malt whiskey, Quiet Rebels, and a little cask strength. So very cute. Oh, these little cartons. Some people out there are thinking, oh, you know, if you want to be environmentally friendly, don't pack these cartons or don't use these cartons. But this carton is, I'll show you this one. Nope. Which one is it? Yeah, I have so many. I'm obsessed with this whiskey. Oh, okay. So on the bottom, okay, this is, I'm made from recycled cardboard. Please recycle me. Huntress Release 4. And there, I guess that's a little UK symbol for recycling, which I think is a lot cuter than ours. So everything is so forward-thinking and progressive about Nc'Nean. I think it's wonderful. I think Annabelle Thomas, I think you've done an amazing job. I was going to come and visit the Nc'Nean distillery, but a couple weeks ago when I was there was this huge storm and their power went out. And so they had to call me, and my son and I were driving to the distillery, and they had to call me and tell me that all the tours and everything were canceled because of this storm and their power being out. Although he still managed to call me. How did that work? Well, anyway, I was really sad that I didn't get to go to this distillery because it, like, you know, you can kind of see is sort of a little mini mecca for me. Nc'Nean, being a newer distillery, is just starting to get some attention. Not as much attention as some other newer distilleries. For instance, Raasay, which is a little island just off of Skye. I was going to go there, but we missed our ferry because I was driving too fast and we got a flat tire because of potholes on the road. So that was my fault. But anyway, Raasay, Ardnamurchan, which has been around now for a while, but is sort of a newer distillery. Some of these other distilleries have been getting a little more attention, but I really, really, really think that more of these more influential whiskey people on WhiskyTube, please do a review of Nc'Nean. Phil, Ralphie, you know, and the rest of you guys, please. It's a great distillery. They have a great mission, and their product is awesome. So, and Nc'Nean, I think you're fabulous. Next time I do a video, I'll bring it to your attention. But that's my kind of weird thing from my distillery. Yeah, I wish. The weird thing from my whiskey lounge today is just my obsession with this Nc'Nean distillery and their product and their bottles and everything that they do. So thank you. I know this has been a really, really long video. Thanks for hanging in there if you've done that so far. And hey, I'm gonna finish this little dram of cask strength. So Slunge, please hit the like and the subscribe button, and have a great day. Thank you.